Hello everyone and welcome back to Greenpine Zoo and Gardens, the brand new zoo here on my channel, or the brand new going to be zoo on my channel, because we are far away from having a real zoo. We're having 2/3 of an entrance building, or maybe a little bit more, 3/4. That might be more accurate. And a lot of stuff is going to happen today, but we will still not be open after today's episode. But yeah, first of all, thank you all so much for well receiving this new series here on my channel, that you appreciate it, that you love it. I wish you would hit the like button a little bit more frequently, but yeah, that's just that. I'm very happy with it. What are we going to do in today's episode? First of all, if you look really closely, you might have seen that I made a little change off screen, because I had to work on the roof again. I had to delete the whole roof. I couldn't do it with, and here comes the surprise, with the non-grid pieces. I had to use the grid pieces to make it work, to make it look exactly or almost like the original of Taronga Zoo in Sydney. So yeah, therefore I had to delete the non-grid roof pieces that I was using in the last episode and put in some of the grid pieces that I could actually do this shape. Because there's the problem, there is no chance that you could actually use non-grid pieces and create this shape that we need right here for the roof. There's just no way. So there was no chance for me to do it any other way, and yeah, I'm happy with the outcome, and you almost wouldn't notice any difference. So I was looking for some pieces for the roof to decorate it a little bit, but there were not such pieces. I could remember that there should have been or would have been some of those pieces that you could put right at the place where both sides of the roof come together. I just don't know the right word in English for that, but I could remember that I saw something like that, but then it came to my mind that it was in Planet Coaster 2. So we do have those pieces in Planet Coaster 2, but we don't have the pieces in Planet Zoo, which is a little bit of a bummer, but yeah, it is what it is. And it makes me hopeful that we're going to have those pieces in Planet Zoo 2, whenever it might come out. Okay, so yeah, at the end of this episode, the entrance building will be finished. We're not going to have any staff buildings inside. What I was telling you in the last episode, that we are going to do that today, but yeah, we're not going to do that today, but we're going to have some guest facilities in there. So that is something that is definitely going to happen, so that actually our guests would be able, in theory, to walk into the zoo and buy their tickets. Yeah, what else is going to happen? We are also going to decorate the inside of yeah, where the guest facilities are going to be. So info booth it is, and yeah, doing some decoration on the floor to make it look nice. We are also going to build a new small building that I also saw on Google Street View, which is such a cool thing. I don't know this here in Germany, or in Germany it is not allowed actually, that you would have pictures or footage inside of a zoo, for example, on Google Street View. So you couldn't walk through the zoo using Google Street View, so you have to go there in person to be able to see everything that is going on in there. In other countries, like in Australia, for example, you are actually able to use Google Street View or Google Maps and walk along in the zoo, which makes it so much easier if you're actually wanting to recreate something. And that is really fun. That also helped me a lot, because for the outside of the entrance building, yeah, whatever, for the Plaza, should I call it like that, right before the entrance building, I was using this Google Street View so that I could see how it was actually built and what was there. So yeah, I also decided to have a little building which is called the Zoo Friends, which is something that we do have in Germany as well. So you have something like foundations or stuff like that, where you can actually give money to the zoo, or you could get a membership, so you become a friend of the zoo, and you give annually money for that membership that goes right into projects of the zoo where they are going to modernize habitats or whatever. So this is quite a fun thing, and I thought, yeah, let's have that in here as well. So I tried to not really recreate it in some way, yeah, recreation, but with very much of artistic freedom, should I call it like that. So we're going to have that. We're going to have a bus stop. We are going to have an actual street, and yeah, a lot is going to happen. And in the end, it starts looking like a professional zoo entrance area. Just having a sip of coffee. It's early in the morning right now. It's, yeah, well, not that early. It's 9:30 in the morning. Yeah, when I'm doing the voiceover. Once again, I was this time about 7 or 8 hours building the whole thing. So once again, it took me a lot of time. I had fun with it. I really did. Especially when you see that everything is coming together and is working like you planned it to. So yeah, it was pretty nice, and I hope I can keep that up in the future as well. So for that, I said in the beginning that I am really happy how you guys received the whole thing, and I hope you will enjoy today's episode and all the future episodes of Greenpine Zoo and Gardens as well. And if you want to enjoy it and don't miss out on any future episode of this beautiful going to be zoo here, then hit the subscribe button and you won't ever miss any new video here on my channel. And also don't forget to hit the like button. I said it in the beginning. Okay, so yeah, as I said, going very much into detail work. As you can see, I'm doing something that I usually don't do. Give me just some time. To look for the English word. Yeah, is it the real word? I'm building some gutters. Just let me know in the comment section if that is the completely wrong word. I think I never heard of that word before. So yeah. I also was closing up this gate here. I was telling you that I had in mind yeah, in all the photos that I have seen of the entrance area of Taronga Zoo, this one right here was closed. So I would assume that there is, yeah, I have to look it up in Google Street View, but I would assume that there is something like a staff area right behind that, or a delivery or whatever. So it would make totally sense. Yeah, therefore I'm also going to plan to have some of the staff buildings in here. Maybe we're going to have a separate building for an animal clinic or something like that. Yeah. I also want to say, for the future of the zoo, even though the whole entrance area here is heavily inspired by Taronga Zoo in Sydney, we're not going to do a complete recreation. I'm going to look up pictures from many zoos of all around the world and trying to combine some stuff in here. I will maybe go back to Taronga Zoo as well for some builds, but yeah, we're going to make it our own. I always love to have something that I can not recreate but use as an inspiration, so I'm definitely going to do that in this series as well, but it is not going to be a recreation of Taronga Zoo. Let me tell you that. Even I would love to do that, and it would be a fun thing to do, as I've never ever been there in real life, and just to know what you guys think or what you guys have to say about it, if you ever have been there. Yeah, how much I actually made it look real. So I was thinking about the words, so therefore was this awkward pause. Okay, so something that is not in Taronga Zoo is this part right here. So if you're going through the arch, you're just walking into a small area before the zoo. You can purchase your tickets right here, so this is all closed up. You might have something like the guest service on the right side, which I did, but there is nothing on the left side, so no chance to purchase any tickets in here. That is something, yeah, creative freedom. Actually, when you walk through there, as I said, you come to a place before the zoo where you have actually yeah, some buildings where you actually can purchase the tickets, where you can have food and drinks, coffee, I think it is a small restaurant, and then you have to walk further before you get to the actual entrance of the zoo. So this is a little bit different. I'm going to have the zoo entrance pieces right in front of there, where the stairs are going down to the inside. So that is something that we also do have to recreate. And I want to have the exit on the right side, where we also do have this small tunnel. So we're going to have some of the exit gates or stuff like that at that part. Yeah, but this here is going to be the official entrance. I also was a little bit confused because when you look up for the pictures of Taronga Zoo for the entrance area, you get so many different pictures. So I get it, they do have more than just one entrance. They do have a second one that is looking a little bit more modern, not this classical build that we do have right here. Just 1 second, another sip of coffee. Yeah, they do have a more modern one that is somewhere else in the zoo, but I had different pictures of the classical one, for sure. there is the one side that is looking towards the street, and there is the other side that is looking towards the zoo. Totally got that. But there is also a difference with the place before the zoo, because sometimes you get pictures where there's lots of flower beds right in front of that, and sometimes you get pictures like what I am going to do, where you have the this huge plaza with concrete and with the zoo shop on there. Yeah, maybe it got renovated a few years ago or very recently. I just don't know. Maybe some of you guys know the zoo and can tell me about that, because I don't think that they do have two similar entrance buildings like this one that I built right here. That would be pretty cool, but I don't think so. So, doing some stuff on the floor right here to make it look a little bit nicer. I didn't go for complete recreation because yeah, I just couldn't do the stuff that was going on the floor in the real zoo. Well, maybe I could have done. Maybe I could have done, maybe I should have done, but I don't think that I yeah, was able to find the correct pieces to do that, and so I was going just for a simple but yeah, still nice design in there. Yeah, there you go. We're also going to have some lamps in there. That is also something that I'm trying to do and take care of. Taking care of the lights. So that is something that I usually don't do in my zoo builds or always forget about. And that is something that I really want to do. So I would hope that you guys would remind me of that. If I finish a build in one episode and I didn't put any lights on the path or wherever, then please remind me to do so, and I will do that off screen or in the next episode. But I just don't want to forget about that anymore, because everything looks so nice when you go there by night and turn the lights on and turn the daylight off. And yeah, so here you can see we have this huge plaza right now. It's going to be a little smaller in the end because I found out that it was a little bit too big, and so I made it a little bit smaller. I think in the past there was a parking area here or somewhere close to the entrance gate. That is not the case anymore. There is a huge parking house right next to the zoo that you can actually use right now. So yeah, not quite sure if we're going to build that at some point, but we'll see. We're going to come back to the entrance area time by time. Yeah, whatever. We're going to go back to the entrance area sometime and take care of that and continue building stuff. We also have to build the zoo wall. There's also some gates on the left and on the right side of the entrance building. So that is also something that is going to happen. Yeah, lots of stuff to do. Also, I think there is something like a cable car stop right next to the zoo as well, so you can go there by bus, for example, I think, and maybe by cable car as well. So we're going to do that as well. So here was using the new pieces that we got from the Zookeeper's DLC, those metal bows. where you could actually go there with your bike and lock it up on there. So that's the idea behind that, I think. And now we are going to create the actual Zoo Friends shop that is going to be more like a souvenir shop that I created, not using the modular gift shop that is still not working for me. I have seen some working gift shops in the past, but yeah, it still doesn't work for me, so I'm not trying to do that, and in the end being angry because it doesn't work. So we're just going for a Heads Fantastic counter that is going to be in there, and some of the gift props that we also got in the update and decorated by ourselves. So yeah, there's that. So guys, today is, let me look on the calendar, today is one day later than it is actually for me today. Today is September the 9th, December the 9th. So let me ask you guys, how far are you with Christmas preparations? Do you already have your tree set up? Do you already put all the ornaments and the lights on the trees? Or yeah, are you just some like doing it last minute? So my tree already is up. I don't have any lights or ornaments on it yet, but I'm thinking about doing that maybe next weekend. Yeah, that would be enough, because I'm always sad when you put so much work into it and want to enjoy it, and then you only have it up for a few days. So that is why I'm decorating early, so that I can enjoy it a little bit longer. So how about you guys? Have you baked any cookies? Have you done any preparations, any decorations already? I'm very curious to know that, so let me know in the comment section. I also heard of some people that are not that excited for Christmas. Yeah, I have to tell you that I am. I love Christmas and the whole vibe around it. I just like to give things to people. That is something that I really do enjoy. I am a very bad receiver when it comes to presents, because yeah, I'm very picky. So yeah, I love to give, but I don't love to receive. I really don't. And so I do love Christmas and giving presents to my loved ones and everyone, so I really do enjoy that. The one thing that I don't enjoy is a few days later, that is New Year's Eve. I hate that so much. I can't tell you guys how much I actually hate that, because the thing is always the same. It is loud, it is messy, it is bad for every single animal inside and outside your home, because they are suffering on that day. Just because you have to be loud and obnoxious and shoot all the rockets into the sky, and yeah, I just don't like it. But that's not the main reason why I don't like it. The main reason why I don't like it is that on this day of the year, all of the people that you don't hear about the whole year are crawling out of their holes and send you text messages how much they do love you and miss you, and they want to spend more time with you the next year, and all those New Year resolutions that are just some empty promises. Yeah, I just can't. I just can't. That is that is just way too much for me. So that is something why I don't like New Year's Eve. So yeah, my boss, for example, she's very emotional about New Year's Eve because she says she doesn't care that much about Christmas, but New Year's Eve is something very special to her because once the year is ending, a whole new year lies before you where you can achieve so many different things. And I get that, but yeah, not for me. Not for me. You can achieve anything, anytime, any place, wherever and whenever you want. You don't have to have New Year's Eve for that. So, what's your thoughts about that? I also would like to know what you think about it. I hope I didn't offend any one of you guys, but yeah, that's just my thoughts about that. But let's have another sip of coffee before it gets cold. Okay, so here you can already see the layout of the zoo shop, and in the beginning I wasn't too happy with it because when you look at the difference of this majestic entrance build and this, yeah, majestic Zoo Friends building. Nothing majestic about that. Yeah, it's looking very simple, very plain, and not so much detailed. But in the end, when it is finished, everything will come together nicely, and we might do some things from time to time, yeah, to make it look a little bit better. And to add some things. I also try to have those small lights here very symmetric, so that it looks really, really nice. Okay, but let's go to the inside of our Zoo Friends shop. And I also do have to apologize a little bit for you guys that this video is going to take a little bit longer, but yeah, I am used to cut out some stuff of my videos so that it always is around like 30 minutes or something, but I don't want to cut out too much because I know you guys enjoy seeing how I build stuff, what pieces I'm using, and I often get compliments for not going too quick, not going too fast in my speed builds, so that you can actually see what I'm doing and don't have to pause the video. So therefore I'm always using a speed like 3 or 3.5 times as quick as I'm building in real time, so that yeah, actually you can see what I'm doing in here. And I think that's quite important, because why are you watching those speed builds? Because you want to get some inspiration and see how I am doing stuff. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have the time to watch many YouTube videos to get inspiration myself or see how other people are doing things. In the past I was able to watch many videos of so much great creators here in Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster, but the more projects that I'm having, the more difficult it is for me to keep up with all the things that are going on. So most of the things that I do see from other creators are just yeah, screenshots or shorts or something like that. For everything else I sadly don't have the time anymore. So doing some decoration in here. I wanted to have some of the stuff that you could see on the left side right before the window, where you could actually walk by the shop and have a glimpse into it and see some of the things that are being sold in the shop on the display. So yeah, also some of this animal tattoos for the walls. And then I wanted to have some planters in there as well. So yeah, the whole entrance is, like I said in the beginning and the last episode as well, a recreation and heavily inspired by Taronga Zoo in Sydney, Australia. The plants that I'm placing outside later on are also very Oceania, very Australian, but that doesn't mean that our zoo is going to be an Australian zoo. I'm trying to have the creative freedom to do whatever I want here in this zoo. So all you are going to see in the future, some things are not going to make sense, because there will be plants in there that are, for example, African or South American, European, whatever. You're going to see those plants here in this zoo, so I'm not going to stay with the Oceanian plants. So yeah, I'm trying to just have fun with this park and doing everything that I want to do. Of course, we are probably, yeah, I have to say probably, we are not going to see any snow in here, because that is something that I avoid doing. Snow would just make sense to me when we're going to do some kind of an indoor habitat for penguins or something like that. So otherwise you're not going to see any snow on the outside. So that is something that I definitely say no, that would be too much. Yeah, and I have to tell you guys, I can't wait to see all the visitors walking around this plaza right here with all the paths that I already have created. Walking through the gift shop, walking along the bus stop, stepping out of the buses and walking right into the entrance of the zoo. This is going to be great. This is going to be so great. Can't wait to have the first animal in there to actually see that happen. Yeah, but therefore we have to finish a lot of stuff before that. So I think, and I'm quite sure, that even in the next episode there is not going to be an animal, because there is so much we do have to do. I think of creating some kind of a backstage area next week, where we're going to have all the staff buildings in there. So we're going towards the inside of the zoo. That is definitely going to happen, but that is going to be something like a closed-up area just for the staff. And yeah, we're going to have that. And yeah, maybe in 2 or 3 weeks we are actually going to have the first animals in here. We do have to place the guest spawners, so I'm thinking about what to do. Maybe we're going to have something like a subway station or something like that, where the guests are coming out, also having a bus at the bus stop where the guests are coming out. If you have any ideas where our guests could spawn out of, let me know in the comment section as well. So we might have something in here for those guests as well. Yeah, and with that being said, we are at the end of today's episode. Finally. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did so, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and tune in next Monday where we are going hopefully to have a new episode of Greenpine Zoo and Gardens. This was Bake and Play. Have a great time. See you next Monday. Bye guys.